recording. I am on it.
Perfect.
So now we
now we go on
with, yes, on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And I will go on Instagram in the meantime.
It's fine. Wait a minute. Share. Yeah, share on my newsfeed.
So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna send you Kim's profile.
Right, we are not following each other yet, no?
I'm not sure, but just in case, I'm gonna send. Anita, where do you want me to send it? On
Facebook.
Messenger?
Yeah, cool.
Okay, hold on. So you're gonna click on Kim's Facebook profile.
Okay, as soon as you send it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Date. I know, and I think I don't follow Anita yet. If not, I could have linked you.
Added you as a friend.
Wait a minute, I can do that afterwards. I just write now the title, and then afterwards I'm going to also put your website in and so on. So we just do that simultaneously. And we are also, while we do the interview, there will be the part when we do the introduction of you and you introduce yourself. And then you can also already like bring your website in, and then also in the end, and then we are going to put it into the written text. So just, yes.
All the promotions that we talk about on here, we're gonna write them underneath.
Yeah, cool. Just tell me where to click.
Why can I not? In public, and now I should be able to log in. Here. There is yes. How weird. Go live there. Perfect.
Anita, on Instagram. on Instagram, you are friends with me, right? With my German account.
Yeah.
So you click on my German account and wait till you see that I'm live.
Oh, hang on. So I do that on my phone. Can I do that on my phone?
Yes. Hello, everybody. I'm already live on Instagram.
Wait a minute. You are here. I am. So wait.
And
you are just.
Is it better?
Okay.
So I already invited Kim. And now I just have to.
Is it better if I'm here, or is it better if I'm?
It's fine. We can hear you. So where?
Yeah, we're gonna check. Yeah. So you go. You click. Are you watching me? You have to watch my live. Go click on my live.
I'll watch your live. Yeah.
Because then and then I see you're there.
Okay.
And now.
Ofio, it's your topic.
I can add
who am I hearing double?
I think, Anita, do you have the headphones for the computer or for your cell phone? Choose one.
Okay, so go live.
Yes.
Go live with you.
Go live. Perfect.
Hang on. Yay.
Yeah.
So you want my phone to be on me as well, right? Okay. Yes.
And the best thing to do is to put the headphones on the cell phone.
That's also good for me.
Okay, hang on. One sec.
And then mute your laptops.
Okay. Come on.
And now mute your laptops.
Yeah, that's muted.
Laptops.
Now, hello everybody. This is us going online, 3 people together. Hold on, we're still missing group. Facebook. Yeah. So the thing is that right now I'm waiting for the thing to appear and show me that Kim is live. If you refresh Kim's profile, then one of the first posts you see is our live.
Yes, and I will share in my group.
Okay, yeah. So I can click share.
Yes, I can share.
And then share it into your group. Exactly.
I'll share to newsfeed.
Should I share it in yours, May? Bundle. So, why don't we have any kind of title here? That sucks.
Okay, so I shared on my profile, I shared on in my group, and actually I'm going to share it on my business page if it lets me.
Today's guest.
Oh yeah.
So.
I never thought of that. Thank you, Anita.
What? Of what? I want to also
of sharing it into the fan page. Facebook fan page.
Yeah, that's true.
We are live.
Perfect.
Especially because today it's in English, so it's a different kind of people.
Language.
Yeah, different language. It's so exciting.
Cool. So I think we are everywhere online. So
yes,
May and I are welcoming you warmly to today's Moon Talk, which is going to be in another language, as you can hear, in English. We told you guys that we are women, that we are going to have different guests, mainly women, and also in different languages. So it will be English and German. And we are so happy because this is, I think, the 4th Moondate. It's
with
like
guest, with
a special guest. We are coming to our guests in a minute. But first of all, I welcome you, May. I'm so happy that you are here with me today again.
Thank you for having me, doing this with me. It's so exciting to do it together, and I'm so excited because we talk. At least you talk all the languages I talk, so this is really awesome. We're going to be able to.
Don't you speak also a little bit of Chinese?
No, only 2 sentences, and that's it. I tried, but it's a full-time job.
And you have to live in China in order to speak.
Yeah, it will be better.
So what's new with you? Like, what is happening right now around your business with Empath?
It's very exciting. Yeah, thank you. No, it's very exciting because I'm actually I'm not taking a break because I'm still. One big change that happened is that now, even more than before, I'm just letting spirit work through me. So they told me a couple of things, but mainly I'm taking a break from the bigger projects because I'm supposed to focus on just one project, which is to write a book. And I'm telling you guys here because I need the pressure from outside. So there's
write a book.
Exactly. So I'm going to need to write a book for empaths in German because there's not very many in German yet. So I'm going to be doing that. And so that's the big thing for me. And then smaller, I'm still going to do a couple of workshops here and there, but yeah. So this is like the biggest thing. So just follow me. Come into my newsletter. You're going to get inspiration from spirit every day. So that I think that's probably the biggest. But you're building up the first human design university, and you've been doing so many things.
Uni is really important.
University.
Because in Germany, this the thing. It's really getting interesting of legal questions that are coming up.
Okay, sorry. So not university.
It is a uni, which is the short word for you, Anita, in German for university. And yes, it's crazy. I can't even tell you to how fast it is going, and I can't even look into the movement of it. We already have more than 100 people who signed up for the foundation course #1. There are still places for you if you feel right now who is listening, oh my God, I really want to be part of the Human Design Uni. We are a team of 3 who are going to give the education. We have 2 who are helping us in any other kind of way. And what we also figured out, I mean, there are so many different ways how you can use human design on nutrition level, on business level, on marketing level. It's an endless topic. And to make a university also, there's going to be a campus at some point. So we are. And sometimes I'm like, every day is so exciting. I'm just like, okay, whoa. So but I'm really happy. So yeah, please feel welcome to come into the Human Design Uni. Link below.
I love it because today I read that the unis like me, we're both projectors. And I love that you guys gave it a birth date so that it's actually like it has its own human design. That's so amazing. That's really beautiful.
Actually, the problem is we don't know where, like the only thing was with the place, because it also could have been born in Peru. So it's kind of because it was between two people and we didn't actually meet on a physical level. So it's kind of like, but we decided it is Berlin. It's kind of, it feels more like a Berlin girl. Now
Berlin
growing
girl,
up,
nice.
yes. Super beautiful. Yeah,
Nice.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so we're going to set up, as always, all the links in between. And now I'm so excited. It's the second time I'm allowed to interview Anita, but I have to, I was thinking of how do I introduce you? I have to say, I met Anita in a Facebook group of women entrepreneurs. And I think we felt an instant connection. I knew very early on in the first couple of sentences that we spoke together that at one point I wanted to work with you. And it's been such an amazing ride and so beautiful. And I'm so grateful to have you in my life. And especially because you have this perfect combination of money mindset on one hand, structured, but also on the other hand, the whole intuitive part is so beautiful. And for me, that's so feminine. And that's why also, I think that's also one of the reasons why Kim said, come on, we need to get Anita in here because you combine that so much. So hello, dearest Anita, how are you? So nice to have you here.
Hello, it's lovely to be here with all these, both of you smiley ladies. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you introduce yourself a little bit about yourself? Because I know you have an amazing story.
Oh, what do you want? Do you want dirt as well? Or
of course.
Nice fun?
Take it all out.
There was a time when I traveled to Austria thinking I was going to be a bartender. And then when we got there, they were like, okay, so you will be the escort. I'm like, no. The car and came home. Yeah, no, I did not go down that road. Okay, so hello everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm Anita Smith. Yes, married a Smith, a British Smith. And I'm the Soulful Money Mindset and Business Development Coach. And I help ladies in business to make your dreams come true, to make your champagne lifestyle come true. Normally I would drink champagne, but come on, it's Monday. So I'm just having fizzy water. But that I'm all about champagne. And if you want me to share my story, I'll share it in a couple of sentences. So before I became a coach, I had started and tried and thought of doing many other businesses. It was anything from opening a European shop in the UK to importing winter tires to the UK, but nothing really, nothing ever stuck with me. And unfortunately, I lost my dad in 2015. He was only 52 years old. He left us really early, and he basically decided that he was going to die. 2014 Christmas, he told us that this is it. We were going to bury him in the spring, and he died on the 16th of March. We celebrated his 6th-year anniversary just last week, or week before. So I really couldn't understand why he left so early and why, that's just like, he was only in my life for a short period of time, why? And then I understood. He also had a dream. He was always a lorry driver, a truck driver, for those of you in America. And he wanted to have his own logistics company. He wanted to employ his own people, and that he could just sit back and relax. And he was meant to live a wealthy life, but he was just too scared to do this. And he died with his dreams in his heart. And during his funeral, I promised him that I would not make the same mistake. I would do anything that he would send me next as an inspiration. I wouldn't care how much it cost, how long it took, how many sleepless nights I had to go through. I would just go with it. So he died in March, and in about October time, I somehow, to the day I still think it was from him, I started writing. I bought an A3 notepad and I started writing, and I wrote meditation. I wrote questions and exercises of how I would help women, but I had no idea who I was supposed to be. I'm like, what is all this shit? Where is it all coming from? Until, obviously, as it happens, an advert popped up on my Facebook wall, and this lady said how she helped other ladies to create their coaching businesses and to become coaches. So I cried for 2 days because I finally understood what I had been being prepared to do. And that's how I ended up being a coach. And that's how my mission is, to make sure that nobody dies with their dream in their heart. We've got to do it.
That's so beautiful. Yeah. How was it that you decided, because I know you specify specifically on women, how was it that you decided that you wanted to only work with women?
Well, I work with men as well, and there is nothing wrong with working with men, but they have a very different way of thinking. So they think more, and they want facts, and they want to know how, while us women are more open to woo-woo stuff and more intuition, and more obviously we are more about feelings. And it is about feelings. It's when you go for your dreams and you want to grow your business, to go for your dreams, to make everything happen that you desire, you need to have a lot of feeling into things. So yeah, that's fine.
That makes it a lot easier. How was it for you coming from a very male dominated world to get into that feely stuff?
I don't know. I think I was always a feely person. And I had been meditating on and off since I was about 7, 8 years old, because I don't think my mother still knows to the day that that's what she used to do before bedtime. I don't know if you remember the cassette tapes, she would listen to them every night while she was falling asleep. And because my dad was a lorry driver and he was away all week, I would stay in mom's room. So I did that. And it just felt more natural. It just felt like helping women and being surrounded with women, especially not the bitchy ones, because in this area where I work at least, we just want to help each other. We want to inspire each other and collaborate, right? You do things together to lift each other up. So it just feels right.
Yeah, that's one of the things that you mentioned, that we also lived in the group that we met a little bit. That sometimes, because I think that's one of the things that we used to have as women before, that we used to see each other more as a, how do you say, like we had to compete with each other.
Enemy.
Yeah, like competing with each other. And I think it's so beautiful to be able to look past that.
Yeah, no, it is important. I mean, when I worked at corporate in one of my last jobs, I was doing really well, and then my colleagues actually wrote me an email to say to stop doing what I was doing, because I was doing too well, and it made them feel really bad and that they were left behind. And I was just like, well, come and ask me what I do, and I'm happy to tell you. But I was really happy to leave all that behind. And now I have not met in the past, 4 or 5 years, anyone who was not open to help and be helped, and just be nice.
How do you support, as if you would take us for a moment on a journey of how do you work with women? And let's say there's someone coming who, for example, is very disconnected to her feelings or to her intuition. What are the first steps you're taking to bring them back to themselves?
Okay, that's a good question. So all my clients have a business, and they come to me because they want their businesses to do better. But I know from obviously now working with a lot of ladies, I know that it's not the business that needs to be looked at first, it's them. So I normally break it down into chunks. So first we look at themselves and their thoughts, what they think about themselves, and then their surroundings and their capabilities and their abilities, and all about them. And then once we start peeling the layers like an onion, more and more things come out, which then as they come up, they sort of intuitively just go with it, and they answer my questions, and I make them think, and then sometimes I should suggest, okay, you know what, even if you don't meditate, just maybe before you go to bed, just ask a question or ask for guidance, or so I give them little tips, little shifts with like little tools that they can make shifts with, and then they will feel that, okay, so it started to be easier because I started to listen. Then they start meditating, and oh my God, like I just feel so much better. So they really quickly, after just a couple of sessions, see the benefits of being more connected. And it's addictive. Like once you start being connected, it's addictive. It's like you want to do it all day, every day. Yeah.
For me, it's so beautiful what you're saying, because what I even found with human design, like if someone wants to have, yeah, sometimes people come and they want the pill, you know, like, hey, give me the pill. Is probably the same as May has and as you have. Someone who's like, okay, just give me the recipe and that's it. And what I found as well, more and more, that like you said, that it's really layers that have to be peeled, and that you can't get around you yourself when you're, for example, having your own business. And that's really beautiful what you just said, that yeah, we start to actually look at ourselves in order to then take the next steps. Absolutely. And for you, what has been like the most challenging part when you made yourself, like when you started to be absolutely working independent, coming from a corporate job? What were like fears you have overcome, and how did you do it? A lot. Probably as well.
A lot. And you know what? The fears, and you probably both or all know, many of you know, that the fears never stop. Like they never stop. There is always a constant a judgment of, oh my God, like what will people think? Sometimes still I post something and I'm like, okay, I'm not looking, I'm just gonna count till 10 and then press the button, and then that's it. I shut my computer and I don't even want to know until the next morning who said what. And for me, a very big thing of it's not even a fear, but it's my only pitfall really is comparing myself to other people. And I think it's universal. It's so easy to do. You just open your laptop up, your Facebook or whatever, Instagram, and you straight away, there are these people who are amazing and they're pretty and they've got the best clothes and they're healthy, and then look at the husband, I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, beautiful and right, so they seem like they have it all, and you're like, okay, so I hit 6 figures but she's doing 7, so what am I doing wrong? So straight away comparison. But I can really well control it. I don't scroll on Facebook. It's very easy to do. You just don't scroll. And apparently there is some way now you can actually hide your feed as well. I don't know about that. I just don't scroll. So there is definitely the fear of judgment, the comparing, the fear of failure. That's a constant, I think. It's what if nobody buys? What if nobody is interested? What if, I don't know. Yeah, what if I never make my dreams come true? And actually, I asked the ladies in my group the other day, which one is scarier? To be afraid of judgment, so when you post something and you're afraid of people who will judge you, or that you're never going to make your dreams come true. And of course, being afraid of never making your dreams come true will outweigh the fear of judgment and, you know, everything, all the other fake fears. Because going to the end of our lives and just thinking, oh yeah, I lived, or, you know, I not lived, even survived, or I sleepwalk through my life, that's just, I feel that's just so painful that I can't even think about it because it's just too painful. So whatever fear I have, I just think, you know what, whatever will happen, I did my best. I don't want to end up like my dad, that he would because he was too afraid, he wouldn't make his dreams come true. So yeah.
No, you go.
For me, it's interesting when you said that. Like I was thinking about my dad who died last year with 60, and then you made me reflect on what. Yeah, he also went pretty early, 60. When you think about it, the lifespan we have nowadays, and he had a lot of consequences he had to face. So it was for me really like when you just said that, it really brought me to this place of what is it what I can take from him, that sometimes you maybe you even overestimation in some ways, or facing consequences in life, what also can be a part of fear, but it's also okay. What I found is I started in the beginning of the year, more for myself actually, on coaching education, to go a little bit deeper in certain topics. What I kind of was looking at the last couple of years, and this year was just like, okay, and it feels like it. And he was talking about that when you have a growing mindset, of also business mindset, that we also have to love failure, we also have to love problems. And I found that really, I would love to know what you say about that, because in that moment he said, when we have a fixed mindset, very often we see a problem, we're like, oh my God, and everything's tensing up, instead of starting to loving it, to love to play with it. And then and then you kind of back to that made me think about my dad, and then being in this, he basically left when he was supposed to face the biggest consequences of all his actions in his life, and he just went. So wow. What do you have to say about that, like growing mindset and fixed mindset?
I mean, I'm so grateful that I found out that growth mindset existed in the first place, because that's how you feel that's how I'm leaving a legacy. Like, I'm teaching my children when they have a problem, like, okay, so what can we do? Would you like me to tell you what I would do in this situation? Yes, okay, mommy. So then we walk you through, and it's not just like, oh my God, I've got a problem, and then that's it. Like you said, I don't know what to do. And I also believe, and then through me, hopefully they will also believe, and I teach them to believe that we can be anything and we want to be, and we can achieve anything we want to be. A very good example of growth mindset and fixed mindset is my husband has a really fixed mindset. And many years ago, we were watching the Olympics, and I said, oh, I could be an Olympic champion. And he was like, oh, you couldn't? I'm like, oh, I could. If I train 24/7 and, whatever, like anybody can. You just need to train. You need to physically prepare for it. And that's what I'm teaching my children. That's what I'm teaching my clients as well, that you can be anything you want to be. Yes, there are limitations, but they are just there from yourself. Once you get over yourself, which obviously doesn't just happen overnight, it doesn't, some people need a bit longer time and some don't, but there is a process. You just get over yourself and you just freaking get on with it. Like, you've got to. But people with fixed mindset, they still feel that, it's the government's fault, it's how I've been brought up, I've got nothing to do with this is not my fault, and oh, look at me, I'm poor me. While growth mindset people is like, okay, yeah, so this is a situation, what are we going to do about it? And it's just astonishing.
It's stopping to look at all the problems and starting to only look for solutions. It's a complete different change. If I'm only looking at the problems that there are, or if I'm shifting my mindset to okay, what's the solution to this?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And there's always a solution.
No, and if there's a solution, I think that's also really, like you said, Anita, that for everything there is a solution. And I think it's also this belief of, maybe we don't want to find it. Maybe it's kind of easier to not have it, because the solution might even have to, we have to do, not only that, we have to do something. We can sit there and be like, okay, let's give me a solution, and then please someone else is doing that for me. So every solution find also brings us into some kind of action. No?
Yeah. Yes, and a lot of people are still afraid of taking actions, and you know, when especially when I work with women, and then they start growing, and then they say, yeah, but my relationship with my husband is not so good because he just doesn't feel what I feel, and he doesn't want to grow like I grow, and I always say that, look, it's you are the one who is growing. He's still the same person, even if he's got a fixed mindset. He doesn't want to act, that's fine, but you've got to keep going. You are the one who you can only look after yourself. And once, sometimes it can take years, like in our case. But my husband, like 3-4 years after I started this whole journey, he said the word universe, and then like a year later, he said the word mindset, and I'm like, oh my god, like where are you going from? But yeah, so you've got to take action. You've got to take action. You've got to. There's no other way. There's no other way.
How do you see, because one of the things that what I love about what you're saying is that for us to look out for ourselves and change the moment we change our own mindset, our partners or everybody around us starts to shift there as well, right? Or of course we're every now and then we're still going to lose a couple of people, but I feel that most of the time, if you've already had a love connection with someone before, if it's friends, family, or whatever, you're still going to go through, even if, like you said, if they have a fixed mindset, they're still going to pull with you at some point, right? How often do you see dealing with feeling selfish for doing that, for following, I want to follow my dream, but I feel selfish because of my family, my partner, my everybody around me?
Mm-hmm. So what if you feel selfish? What if you've got to be selfish? You've got to be selfish. There is, of course, with consideration for some people. I was so selfish, and I really wanted to make my dreams come true. There was nobody could have stopped me, or nobody could stop me now. That I told my husband that this is it. Like I felt he was holding me back, and I'm gonna do it no matter what. So I actually asked him to move out, and he moved out, and that was the worst 4 days of my life. And then we realized that we still loved each other. I was just growing, and he wasn't. But I was prepared to do anything, because this is my life. I mean, it's yes, I loved him, but I loved my. I was going to say more, but not more. But I couldn't. My heart and soul ached to act, to see that I was capable of creating something for myself, for us, and that urge was just so painful, even that I used to feel as if someone was sitting on my chest, like literally pushing down on my chest, and I couldn't breathe. I thought, no, I've got to do it. I've got to do it. And I said to him, whatever you're coming with me or not on this journey, I'm doing it. And if you're not prepared, move. So you've got to be selfish. You've got to stand up for yourself, because otherwise you'll keep waiting for other people to show you how to, or to make you feel happy, or whatever, or a job to make you feel fulfilled. But this is something else. This is, if you've got the calling to do something big, and to not even big, if it is to anything from creating your own candles to build $1 million business, then you've got to do that. You've got to do anything and everything. You've got to be selfish. Yeah. Oh, hello. Sorry now.
Hello.
That's one of my friends.
It's so nice having everybody here. What was the question? I forgot it. Give me a second, Kim, if you have one.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I also wanted to go one more time back to what you said, like everything is possible, and could imagine there are a couple still outside who are like, okay, what she's saying she's going to the Olympics. And what I found so interesting, what you also said, of course it has a price. It's like, okay, if I'm training every day from now on, in 3 years I could be at the Olympics. And what is it, for example, when you, how can I how can I form the question? When someone comes to you with certain dreams and you figure maybe out along the way that it's actually not the dream. Like what I mean is a little bit this idea of I don't want to say accepting the limitations, because this is not what I mean. It's more like, you know, if sometimes the things feel heavy, that's my personal experience as well, because I also decide for something I think I should do, or that might look sexy.
I can actually give you a real life example.
Okay, that will be probably easier because I'm a bit confused right now.
Yeah. I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you an example.
Okay.
When I was, or I think it could be a good example. When I started my spiritual path, the spiritual leaders and teachers that I had kept telling me that my energy flows through my arms. So my logic back then decided that I needed to learn to do Hawaiian massage, because I was doing Hawaiian philosophy is one of my, so I was learning to do a massage. And so I opened up a practice in Munich to give Lomi Lomi massage, right? Mm-hmm. So I was doing that for a year. And I think what Kim is saying, that was, it felt like good, but it wasn't, you know, it was very hard. It was hard to find clients. It was hard to, you know, deal with everything. And on top of that, next to it, my real intentions came in, which led me to my digital nomad life afterwards. But that was, I think that's what you meant, Kim, right? When you start following this one dream that you think that's the right one, and then on the way to do it, you realize it's not the right dream.
Or if we want something that we think we should be doing because our parents told us that that's what we should be doing, and it turns out that that's not what we should be doing because we don't want to be don't want to be lawyers and doctors and whatever. Well, I've had so many clients, but one of them just came to my head. She thought that she was supposed to be in this marriage, in this beautiful home, in this, because that's what you do. You live a secure life. And then I don't judge. If somebody comes to me and tells me things, I take it as it is. I don't have second thoughts. So what I do is I question, it didn't never question someone's state of mind or happiness or anything, but the way I ask questions, they realize things. And basically she realized that she didn't want to be in that marriage. She lived in a very posh village. You know, there was a lot of judgment. You had to live up to certain expectations from the village and be the, you know, the mom at the gate and all that, the makeup and baking and all that. And then she said that she didn't want that. She thought she was supposed to be following that dream, but actually she didn't like her husband anymore, bless her. And they divorced while we worked together. We worked together for about a good year or even more. So, but when that turns out, you know what, whatever it is that you are doing, you are at the right time, at the right state, at everything, the time is right, everything is right, because what you're doing will take you to the next step. While if, let's say, May never did that massage for a year, maybe you would have never figured out that you wanted to be a digital nomad. So I do feel that all our actions and inactions and whatever, they have their place. They take us to somewhere. So
yeah, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much, Anita. No, it's something that I feel that we also are much more allowed to be gentle with us. I mean, you were talking about women before, and I think that's also something, of course, that's something men can do also. But this women, I sometimes observe, have this harsh way with themselves and judging themselves, and also feel like judgment very often is stopping us from further development or from creativity from thinking, hey, what do I actually want? What are my dreams? Instead of saying, oh my God, why did I do this? And this is so beautiful. Thank you so much for that. So may depends on you, but maybe when people want to work with you, what you are offering right now? Are there programs? Are you also having single coachings? What is the way how you start with people?
Yeah. Okay, so I always believed in having 3 offers, and if anybody ever wants like really succeed, 3 offers. Because in that way you can accommodate anyone, and there is no way that people will say no to you. Well, right now I'm preparing for my biggest launch ever, and then oh my God, it just feels so good and so right. My group is growing like crazy. We call it Champagne Universe. My 2 favorite things, Champagne and Universe. But yeah, so I do have my private coaching program. And like I said, we always start with the person. So I always look at the lady who comes to me, and we start working on herself, on money stories, on time, and success mindset. So there are 4 areas of mindset. And then it's a natural shift. Like we never had to say that, okay, from next week, we're talking about your business. It's just a natural shift. We're going to the business. I have right now it's 6+1 a bonus week Soulful Money Mastery Program, which I might keep, but I'm actually adding some business as well to it. So it will be just absolutely fantastic. I've never seen anyone ever, any coaches I worked with, and any coach friends who I have who do a program in this way that I'm going to do. But I'm not telling you yet how it is. If people are interested, they need to come into the Champagne Universe and speak to me. So it will be soulful money mindset, but combined with business. And I actually just want to mention it here that the way I teach money mindset is, again, very different from everybody. I used to, but not anymore. I don't teach mantras or visualization or journaling. I don't need to look at their background anymore, because everybody who comes to me, they're already aware that they have some kind of money stories. So my way is forward looking, like, okay, this was it. And now I'm transforming their thought into this new good relationship with money. And it's good. Like May is in the program. She can tell you a bit about it if you want. And then I do offer half VIP days as well. And I've got a couple of little programs that are part of my promotions, but these are the main ones. The half VIP, my 6-week mastermind, and my 3 or 6 months.
Yeah, and no, I just wanted to share because you just said that I'm in the program as well, and I've done a couple of. I came to Anita already. I don't know how many money mindset and mindset in general that I did before. And one of the things that because usually you get business, or you get, business and money mindset, or spirituality, but I've never met the wonderful combination that you do, the way you do it, because you intertwine both. And this is why I love it so much. And also one of the reasons why it was so wonderful to have you here, because it has this feminine energy, this beautiful emotional side of it that allows you to because I don't know, because for me femininity is so much about going up and down and going everywhere. It's not linear, and most of the and most of the mindset coachings that I got are all very linear. It's always like your goal and that's where you go. But as a woman, you have we go everywhere. And we embrace everything, and it's wonderful the way you do it, because you bring it all together.
Yeah. I do love my soulful money mindset. Yeah.
Definitely. Yes.
I can, and like on again, what we definitively will do, that we are putting your website and also your Instagram for the ones, I know some are watching in Insta, some are watching in Facebook, and maybe some afterwards. So we are going to put your contact into the link for the ones who are watching it right now on Instagram. You are going to see the video afterwards then on May's feed, and there you can also follow then Anita. Yeah, and wow, beautiful.
Yeah, we're gonna put all the links in there for everybody on Instagram. You'll just find the our profiles. Just click on them, and then you can find each and every one of us or our details. And just FYI, for going into the last couple of minutes, if anyone is interested, you can ask questions.
Yes.
We keep forgetting that. We need to put that in the beginning to write everybody. Absolutely. If you have any questions, write them in the comments. we're gonna go slow to see what we have.
What I would put in that moment maybe is maybe your top 3 for a healthy money mindset, for healthy, spiritual, connected, womanly, empowering money mindset.
Okay, the top 3, right? Okay, and this is gonna sound very strange. If you want to find out more, you definitely have to comment, speak to me. Yeah, this might even freak you out. Stop thinking about money. That's number 1. That's it. Just full stop. Stop thinking about money. 2.
That's actually amazing. I will put that. I put that in the feed that people are like, what? That's like, what?
Stop thinking about money. 2. And this is not just for money mindset particularly, but focus on yourself. Okay, nobody else. Don't worry about who you will upset with earning more money, or who will leave you for you now have more money than other people. Trust me, I got it from my mother. Since you have more money, don't worry about that. Those people are just not jealous because of what you do, but they are mad at themselves for what they don't do. So focus on yourself. And there was a really good third one, and now it's gone out of my head. So stop thinking about money, focus on yourself, and work on your receiving muscle. Okay, I really had to work on my receiving muscle. And the way you do that is when somebody pays you a compliment, you just say, thank you, rather than, like if someone says, your dress is nice. This thing, I just got it from like whatever, just $50 from here and there. No, you say, thank you.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of practice. It does, because our automated thought, like, no, like we want to bounce it back. No, this is just like, it's nothing big. Or if someone says, like, it was really hard for me at the beginning when people said, oh my God, you're so amazing. How do you know these things? I'm like, how do you not know these things? And I thought, okay, so what I know is not normal for everybody. So thank you. Yes, thank you. Because if you can't accept or can't receive compliments, then you can't receive opportunities, you can't receive money. So you're just going to keep blocking yourself. So definitely work on your receiving muscle. That would be my third one.
I love that one.
Mega. And I just, this is what I like for me, what really was sticking out. The one when you said again, focus on yourself part, that the other ones are mad at themselves, what they don't do. That's a really, I think, especially for women, a really important point.
Yes, because we want to be liked, don't want to upset people, and we're just gonna be like, oh no, sorry.
Yes.
Oh, fuck that. No. Like, there is once, if you feel sorry for people, you don't do anything good for them. You need to keep going so you can inspire them. And like the ones, like I said, if they get mad, them getting mad has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with themselves, of what they don't do and what they missed out on and what they regret and what they're angry about, but nothing to do with you.
And one more question regarding that, like, do you have, when somebody maybe is totally new to that topic and is a little bit shy and so on, do you have like some kind of book that was for you the most inspiring, where you felt like...
A book?
Yes.
One,
2, 3. Okay, we do your top 3 books. Let's do your top 3
I
books.
recommended 2 to the girls this week. A money book. I'm just thinking if you can.
You have all the shelf, like, oh.
I love it when you talk to Anita, because then you might be going through something and then she just turns around and you're like, oh okay, a book is calling.
Well, one good one, it's not very easy to read for some, is The Think and Grow Rich. That's one of them.
That's like a must-have, I think.
Yes.
I haven't read it. I have it, but I haven't read it yet.
It is. And the other one is How Rich People Think. Steve Cycle, I think. Yeah. How Rich People Think. And I've got like highlights and post-its. More highlights and more
post-its.
No bullshit and lots of highlights. But for those who are a little bit further ahead, this is not what I would recommend as a first read. Is it's Gay Hendricks, The Big Leap. It's a well-read book. The Big Leap. Yes, Gay Hendricks. That's now this is not an easy book to read. It's not for beginners, because I think if a beginner reads that book, they will be like, yeah, no, like, fuck this, personal growth is too hard. It's not for me. But it's once you are started on the journey, it's okay, yeah. Oh. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you. And the moon is my ruling planet, so it's really nice to have me here on your Moondate.
Yes.
I don't know. You're welcome to do it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, fine.
Yeah, we have to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you so much, everybody, from my side as well. It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Easter, everybody. Thank you. Bye.